Hey, what is up, folks? Welcome to unboxing number 196. I'm going to give a shout out to Jamin1998, Legal01, Chudderman, WrestleManiac 1130, Team Safety Knife, Mater111. There's a bunch of other cool YouTubers I can't think of right now. If you want me to give you a shout out, let me know. I would appreciate you returning the favor. Whatevs. This ships from Hamlet, North Carolina. TSK, can I join? I got a really cool safety knife. This is an easy cut. It can work on, like, stress relief. They use real razor blades, bro. This is cool. Who used this slice of paper? Look at that. Oh, he used 2 slices. I got 2 slices of paper. Alright. So, this is a Ring of Honor lot. This is Milestone Series. Dragon Gate Challenge 3/30/06 Detroit, Michigan. Featuring grudge match, Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe, Blood Generation versus Generation Next, Dragon Kid and Genki Harishi versus AJ Styles and Matt Sydal, Claudio Gastinoli versus Shane Hagerdorn, Bryan Danielson and Delirious versus Jimmy Rave and Alex Shelley, Ryo Saito versus Jimmy Yang, BJ Whitmer versus Jimmy Jacobs, Ricky Reyes versus Chad Collier, Homicide versus Colt Cabana. So I'm going to start saying people I've met. I'm going to start name dropping, or people I've seen live. I think I've seen Christopher Daniels live. I believe so, at a TNA house show. Definitely saw AJ Styles in the main event. I've seen Matt Sydal, aka Evan Bourne, at WWE Raw. I have not seen Claudio Gastinoli, aka Antonio Cesaro, but I will be seeing him either at the March Raw or the March SmackDown taping I'm going to. Seen Bryan Danielson as Daniel Bryan. I've seen Alex Shelley 2 times. Phenomenal. I've met Jimmy Jacobs twice at 01 shows that I've been a part of. And Colt Cabana I met once at a RCW show that I announced for. I wasn't announcing for it then. Wow, there's a little piece of crap. I don't know. See if that works. Maybe it's just a little burn error. Better work. I'm pissed. And we got Ring of Honor, give me some kind of coupon. Okay. This is, must be a compilation. Ring of Honor, the Era of Honor Begins. Voted #1 top pro wrestling promotion in the world by Wrestling Observer. This is the Takedown Master Series. Cool, simple cover art. It doesn't give a match listing. Crowning of a Champion Remastered, Philadelphia, PA, 7/27/2. 60-minute Iron Man match to crown the first ROH champion. Low Key versus Spanky versus Doug Williams versus Christopher Daniels. Scott Andrews versus Xavier. Scott loses ROH. Mike Tobin, Dunn, and Marcos versus Dixie. Brian XL and Black Gordman. NWA TNA X title match. AJ Styles versus David Young versus Adam Jacobs. Like I said, I've seen AJ. Bunkhouse match. Homicide and Bugaloo versus Loke and DeVito. James Mariotto versus Jay Briscoe with Mark Briscoe. Winner of the fall gets an ROH contract match. Michael Shane and Biohazard versus Paul London. and Don Juan. The Hit Squad versus Divine Storm. Joey Matthews and Christian York with Alexis Lurie. Ooh, Mickie James, I've seen her. I believe I was actually at her last Raw. Versus Prince Nana and the Servant. Tony Mamaluke versus Jeremy Lopez. Night of Appreciation Remastered, April 27, 2002, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Eddie Guerrero featured right on the cover. Eddie Guerrero and Amazing Red, R.I.P. Eddie, versus Jose and Joel Maximo. Heartbreak Gauntlet Series featuring American Dragon, Spanky, Michael Shane, Paul London, and John Hope. I've seen Dana Bryan. Christopher Daniels versus Donovan Morgan. The Carnage Crew versus Dunn and Marcos. Low Key versus AJ Styles. James Mariotto versus Xavier versus Scoot Andrews. Divine Storm versus Joey Matthews and Christian York. Jay Briscoe versus Tony Mamaluke. The Hit Squad versus Christopher St. Connection versus Prince Nana and Simply Luscious. And this is my first ROH on HDNet, I believe. Volume 2, ROH World Title Match, Jerry Lynn versus Chris Hero, Episode 13, Kenny King versus Kenny Omega, Episode 14, Kenta versus Roderick Strong, 14, Fight Without Honor, Jimmy Jacobs, seen twice, versus Delirious from 15, World Tag Team Title Match, The American Wolves versus Bryan Danielson and Tyler Black. I've seen Tyler Black once. He's now, oh my God, he's in the Shield on WWE. Yeah, I saw him in 2005 at an IWA Mid-South show. Austin Aries, Kenny King, and Rhett Titus versus Jerry Lynn, Kenny Omega, and Eric Stevens at 16. Roderick Strong versus Jay Briscoe. Bryan Danielson versus Tyler Black, 18. Kevin Steen, El Generico, who just got signed to WWE. And Kenta versus the American Wolves and Chris Hero, who just got signed to WWE. Wow, this is a case I've never... Look at that. I don't know if you can make that out like a weird freaking spindle. And last but not least, we have ROH Round Robin Challenge Remastered. Philadelphia, PA, 3/30/02. Low Key versus Bryan Danielson. Sat versus Red and Brian XL versus Divine Storm. Spanky versus Jay Briscoe. Paul London versus Chris Marvel. Christopher Daniels versus Low Key. Natural Born Sinners versus Boogie Nights. Joey Matthews and Christian York versus C.W. Anderson and Elax. Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels. Alright, that about wraps it up for 196. Appreciate you watching my video. Any suggestions for more stuff, let me know. Team Safety Knife. Have a good day.